Here's the world light heavyweight champion limbering up. Bob has been called by many the hardest puncher in the 69-year history of the light heavyweight division. It's customary, if not fashionable, not to wager on who will win when Foster fights, but rather on which round his opponent is going to be knocked out in. Foster has become quite a unique champion because his punching power has become legendary even while he is still the world light heavyweight title holder.
The referee points Foster to neutral corner and picks up the count over the dazed Dick Tiger. Foster snaps his punches in a whip-like fashion, giving him a stunning power. He catches Rondon along the ropes, rips home a left hook, and Rondon goes down. An explosive left hook, and Mike Quarry crashes to the canvas. The referee picks up the count over Quarry, but he is out cold. It's all over. Bob Foster retains the light heavyweight championship of the world with a crushing fourth-round knockout of Mike Quarry.
In the legendary career of Muhammad Ali, there was only ever one man who made him bleed. It wasn't the great Joe Frazier, despite 3 brutal bouts. It wasn't Big George Foreman, not even Larry Holmes. The only man to ever make Ali bleed was known by the nickname the Deputy Sheriff, former light heavyweight champion Bob Foster. In today's video, we'll break down the dangerous style Foster used to score knockouts in 46 of his 56 victories. Then, we'll dive into the techniques and tactics from a fascinating bout between Ali and Foster. Standing 6 feet 3 inches with a 79-inch reach, Bob Foster was a lanky light heavyweight. His thin frame became the foundation around which he built his unique fighting style. Most good fighters are gifted with a particular natural advantage, like speed, length, or power. But great fighters know how to mold their game to emphasize those gifts. Foster did exactly that in nearly every facet of his approach. For Foster, everything started with the jab. His wide-bladed stance brought his jabbing arm closer to his opponent and aligned his shoulder to nearly point directly at the target. From this position, Foster kept his lead hand low, dangling near his hip. There are many effective ways to throw a jab from different guards. But some of the best jabs in combat sports have come from fighters who kept their jab hand low and whipped it upward from beneath their opponent's eye line. Jab advantage. Visibility and impact. The main difficulty this type of jab creates is visibility. Opponents can't see it coming as easily as they would from a high guard. Another key benefit? Increased impact. Because the jab starts low near the hip, it doesn't require a traditional load-up and can be fired off with surprising power. Foster built his entire offense around this lead hand, a style that perfectly suited his physical gifts. He could establish range against his shorter opponents using that active and damaging jab. So naturally, many of Foster's opponents would try to get past a long jab, close the distance, and turn the fight into a brawl. The problem? The pocket was actually where Bob Foster was most dangerous. Most fighters with Foster's frame do everything they can to avoid close-range exchanges. And it makes sense when you have a reach advantage. Staying on the outside is typically smarter. That's a great strategy when the fight begins, but keeping a relentless, pressuring opponent at bay takes serious effort. It demands energy, timing, and flawless execution, all of which Foster mastered.